Sully had some production stuff in order because, well, it's occurred to me it's 4 o'clock and it's time for you to talk Michigan football.
Right. Because I had an issue I wanted to bring up with
I know.
you.
Go ahead.
I know. And Mike, not busting your balls. This is something for people to gather around here. But first, when I was reading about Michigan football, I was hearing how great they're going to be. Oh, Michigan is great. Oh, my God, they're going to be in the playoffs and everything. But now there seems to be a two-tone with Michigan football. And I just want to know. You know, if I walk off this set, you're in trouble. So you need me right now, brother.
I want to solve problems. I'm a problem solver. I'm not a problem creator.
All right. Once you get away from the blue wall, that dominates things around here, you're getting two narratives on Michigan football. One, top 4 team. This is a team that go to the playoffs. This is a team that could be dangerous because of Jim Harbaugh. They need a quarterback. Their defense is going to be better, blah, 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 blah. It's all right, cool. Here's the second narrative. Overrated. They don't know who their quarterback is. They can't beat Ohio State and Michigan State. Yes, they're going to have a fabulous record, but this is one of the most overrated programs in the nation. They load up, and they're going to do it this year. They're going to load up on Hawaii coming from Australia to play them at noon and stuff like that. So, Mike, this is a tough question, and I'm going to throw it to the people at 248-539-9797. What is Michigan football for this one season, 2016, closer to? A team that is going to go to the national semifinals, or B, just an also-ran, where by November, we're not even talking about them. They might be playing Ohio State, hoping to finish in second place or something like that. They're not going to be a threat to win the Big Ten championship because they'll get mollywopped by Michigan State and Ohio State. Which are they closer to? National championship contention or just one of the gang in the Big Ten? 248-539-9797.
That's a brutal question.
It is a brutal question, but, brother,
Well, the way I look at it is last year, and it's not taking away what Harbaugh did. It was a great first-year turnaround. Did a hell of a job, and they capped it with the bowl win. Mm-hmm. But if you look at the 3 best teams they played, they lost all 3 of them. And I don't want to hear the excuse, they played Utah the opening week. Guys, I don't make the schedule, or I don't know what to tell you. We played Oregon the second week of the year. What do you want me to say? I wish we would have played Oregon 3 weeks later with that bum-ass backup quarterback. Probably would have beat them by 30. The point is, you played 3 good teams last year. You lost all 3. Okay? And I look at whether Michigan's going to be better or not this year. I think you could have some doubts, but I'm going to say yes, they will be. I think when you get players that mature in your system and you get them year over year, you get a natural bump. Mm-hmm. The problem, I need to see some linebacker play, and I need to see a quarterback. I look at their schedule, and you're right, T. It's pretty soft. I'd argue the schedule was pretty soft last year, too. Okay, they have a 3-game season this year. They had a 3-game season last year. That's really what it comes down to. And this year, the problem is the script has been flipped a little. At Utah, home MSU, home OSU has now turned into at MSU, at OSU, at Iowa. Yeah. Now, I think they're better, and I think that's a little bit easier. I think I have no issue saying Michigan will win 10 football games. But is 10-2 going to be enough for you to go to Indy? Well, on the surface, you'd go, absolutely. But go a little bit deeper with this. And no, this is not in any way me advocating that MSU is going to win the Big Ten. I don't believe we're going to come close this year. I think this is time MSU will step back this year, retool it. It's just, again, my own team's got things to prove. If you look at the Big Ten East, when you lose to either MSU or OSU, that loss is worth 2 because you're losing the head-to-head. So if Michigan goes out and goes 7-1 in the Big Ten, but that loss is to OSU, and OSU has the equal record, you're not going. So I have a hard time believing that they will win 2 of those 3 games, minimum. In many ways, what the Big Ten East is created with MSU, OSU, and Michigan, A, it's a huge imbalance in Big Ten power. Huge imbalance. It's the 3 best programs in the Big Ten, all in the same division.
Maybe that's why we're getting rumors of expansion.
They need to. But the issue is what they've created. Beyond almost shadow of a doubt, you pretty much have to go undefeated.
Michigan cannot go to the Big Ten title game with 2 losses.
No.
If they could look at, and here's why I say this. It's impossible. I'm going to say impossible for Michigan to lose any non-league game. You got Hawaii, who's flying in from Australia, by the way. That's a win. UCF, that's a win. And the other one is Colorado. I didn't know they had football at Colorado anymore since Cordell Stewart left.
That's harsh.
Just joking. But anyway, no, they can't. So if we're talking about Michigan finishing 10-2,
yeah,
they can't go. Now, they can only go to the Big Ten title game at 11-1 because we're assuming all the non-conference if they get help from either Ohio State or Michigan State.
And I don't believe – look, here's the bottom line. They have to beat both MSU and OSU to get it done, unless MSU and OSU both are 3-4 loss teams.
Right.
So if you're asking me, will they be better? My answer is yes. I think they'll be a better football team. But I think the schedule and the way it breaks out for them, they could go from 9-3 to 10-2 and still not go to Indy.
Okay, so you're still avoiding me.
I'm not avoiding you. No, they're
closer to national championship contention or being one of the game?
One of the game.
Okay. All right.
I think talk of playoff contender when you don't have a quarterback, I think that's very premature.
Right. And you have to understand the way the schedules, I would say plural, are set up. I'm not going to say, Mike, you might say 10-2 is a failure, but 10-2 could put you right with the boys,
right,
but not in the Big Ten championship game. This year, that's
for MSU. This year, like for my team, 10-2 would be a rousing success this season because I think we're taking a step back. We have to,
and you just be one of the boys at 10-2. Think about that.
That's okay because look, dude, we've won 11 or more, 5 of the last 6. You're not going to do that every year. It's hard. So yeah, 10-2, I'd be thrilled. Last year, what did I say to you? Playoff or bust. That's it.
Yes. You did say that.
The expectations change based on the season. I think it's okay for a Michigan fan to believe we need to make the playoffs.
And you did both. You made the playoffs and then you busted.
Well, then.